Some NBA legends ended their careers in unforgettable ways, while others slipped into retirement quietly. Today, we're revisiting the final games of 10 of the biggest names in NBA history. These players combined for 49 titles and 142 All-Star appearances. Let's jump straight into it. Bill Russell, the ultimate winner, closed out his career in the 1969 NBA Finals. Russell was both player and coach for the Celtics, and they faced the powerhouse Lakers with Wilt Chamberlain. The Lakers even prepared balloons to drop for their victory celebration. But Russell had other plans. In Game 7, he put up 6 points, grabbed 21 rebounds, and dished out 6 assists. The Celtics won 108-106, shocking the Lakers and securing Russell's 11th championship ring in 13 seasons. It was a fitting end for the most decorated player in NBA history, leaving the court one last time as a champion. The balloons? They never dropped. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon spent 17 seasons with the Houston Rockets, winning 2 championships and becoming one of the greatest centers of all time. But in his final season, 2001, he found himself wearing a Toronto Raptors jersey. It just didn't feel right. Injuries had taken a toll on his body, and Olajuwon's numbers had drastically declined. In his final game, he scored 8 points and grabbed 4 rebounds as the Raptors were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by the Detroit Pistons. A quiet end to a remarkable career, far removed from his dominant days in Houston. Magic Johnson's career had one of the most emotional farewells and unexpected returns in NBA history. After his sudden retirement in 1991 due to HIV, fans thought they had seen the last of him on the court. But in 1996, Magic made a stunning comeback, this time playing as a power forward. He still flashed his signature court vision, leading the Lakers to a 22-10 record in the 32 games he played that season. Magic's final game came in the first round of the playoffs, where the Lakers were eliminated by the Houston Rockets. In his last game, he tallied 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Magic left the game for good this time, not with the fanfare of his championship days, but on his terms. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the NBA's all-time leading scorer for nearly 4 decades, was already 42 when he played his final season in 1989. Despite his age, Kareem was still a key part of the Lakers, leading them to the NBA Finals one last time. But it was clear Father Time had caught up with the legend. In Game 4 of the Finals, Kareem managed just 7 points and 3 rebounds as the Lakers were swept by the Detroit Pistons. While it wasn't the ending he would have hoped for, Kareem walked off the court with 6 championships, 6 MVPs, and a legacy that would stand the test of time. Tim Duncan, the quiet leader of the San Antonio Spurs, ended his career much like he lived it, without fanfare or drama. Duncan's last game came in the 2016 Western Conference semifinals, where the Spurs were eliminated by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Duncan was 40 years old, but still managed to put up 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block in his final appearance. No retirement tour, no speeches, just a quick hand raise to the crowd as he walked off the court. The big fundamental had nothing left to prove. He left the game as one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Kobe Bryant's farewell was anything but quiet. After announcing his retirement earlier in the 2015-16 season, every arena turned into a farewell tour for the Black Mamba. Fans expected something special in his final game, but no one could have predicted what happened. Kobe erupted for 60 points against the Utah Jazz, willing the Lakers to a come-from-behind win. He became the oldest player in NBA history to score 60 points in a game. His performance was the perfect reminder of the fierce competitor he had always been. "Mamba out" were his final words as he dropped the mic on one of the greatest careers in NBA history. Larry Bird's final NBA game took place during the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Plagued by back issues throughout his final seasons, Bird was in visible pain during the game. He managed 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in 30 minutes of play. Despite the injuries, Bird's competitive spirit never wavered, but the Celtics were eliminated from the playoffs, bringing an end to his illustrious career. Bird left the game as one of the toughest and most determined players to ever step on the court. Wilt Chamberlain, one of the most dominant forces the game has ever seen, played his final game in the 1973 NBA Finals as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. At 36, Wilt was still a double-double machine, posting 23 points and 21 rebounds in his last game. However, the Lakers were defeated by the New York Knicks, and Wilt retired soon after. While his final game didn't result in a championship, Chamberlain left the NBA as one of the most unbreakable record holders the game has ever known. Michael Jordan's second return to the NBA didn't end in the storybook fashion of his famous game-winning shot in the 1998 Finals. In 2003, playing for the Washington Wizards, Jordan's last game was a quiet affair compared to the glory of his Chicago Bulls days. He scored 15 points on 6 of 15 shooting in a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. While it wasn't the fairy tale ending many had hoped for, Jordan's legacy was already cemented as the greatest player of all time, and his impact on the game will forever be unmatched. Shaquille O'Neal's final game was far from the dominant performances we had come to expect from the Big Diesel. In 2011, while playing for the Boston Celtics, Shaq was a shadow of his former self. He managed to play just 3 minutes before an Achilles injury forced him out of the game. No points, no rebounds, and no dramatic farewell. It was an unfortunate end for one of the most physically imposing players in NBA history, but his larger-than-life personality and dominance on the court will be remembered for generations. Which of these NBA legends' final performances surprised you the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth NBA content.